What's up, fellas? So as you know, my tank's been battling diatom algae, as most new tanks do. And so I decided to get a cleanup crew to help combat that. So I ordered these from reefcleaners.org, and they have seriously killer deals on their snails and hermit crabs. It was a lot cheaper than I could have gotten them at my LFS, so that's why I ordered them. They also have a lot of kits you can order, or you can just pick and choose what you want. And you can buy the different kits depending on the size of your tank. Let's check these out. I got the 5.5 gallon tank one, even though I have a 150 gallon reef tank. And the reason I got a small one is just because my algae's not too crazy, and what I've seen people do with a new tank is they get a huge cleanup crew, and then they all starve after a couple weeks. So I'm just gonna start small, add a few more later if I need them. But in this 5.5 gallon one, I should have 5 cerith snails, 2 Nacerius snails, 4 Florida cerith snails, and 3 nereids. Hopefully I pronounced those right, because I have no idea. But let's float them and get them in there. So I'm not going to drip acclimate these guys. The instructions on the website were very clear not to do it that way. In fact, they won't even guarantee any animals that you don't acclimate the way they want you to. They want you to just float them for 15 or 20 minutes and then put them straight in the tank. And the reason for that is if you open the bags and they sit in their water, the pH and ammonia in this water in the bag is going to rise, and it could rise to dangerous levels and possibly kill them. And so, oops, there's one more bag. So that's why they don't want you to do it that way. So we'll give this a try, see how it goes. Let's see. It's 3 of these little guys. Looks like they give me extras of these guys. There's only supposed to be, I think there's only supposed to be 5 of these. I don't know what that is. A bug. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. Wow. Check these guys out. It's awesome. Let's put them right up front where I can keep an eye on them. Make sure they all look okay. Tank's too deep for my arm to reach the bottom. So now that they're in there, I'm just gonna keep an eye on them throughout the day to make sure they made it okay. And check this out, you can actually see them moving a little bit. Already starting to move around. So that's a good sign. So when I first added these guys to the tank, I just kind of threw them in. And as I was watching them over a few minutes, their little antennas or feelers or whatever they are were sticking out and waving all over the place. And they kind of looked like they were panicked. And so that's when I remembered that some snails can't turn themselves over. And so I went in there and flipped them all right side up. And now they're actually crawling around the sand, and some are getting on the rocks there. So everything should be good now. All right guys, so it's been about a week since I got the snails, and it's already starting to look a lot better. All my rock was like brown and orange, and now it's starting to get white again. There's still a lot of algae on the sand, but overall they're doing a pretty good job. I think these are the only 2 that didn't make it. They haven't moved since I put them there. But I could put in a claim, but I'm not too concerned because, I mean, this would only get me like $1.50 back or something. It's no big deal. I don't care. Dude, get off his back. Oh yeah. I also got 8 green chromis. I gave them their safety stop bath and then tossed them in the quarantine tank where they'll spend the next several weeks under close observation, just to make sure they're okay before they go into the display tank. And I'm really excited to see the life these guys bring to the tank, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Dude, get off his back. I'm supposed to be eating my algae, not his shell.